You are not your thoughts, disentangling from the mind. You are not your thoughts. Let that sink in. You are not the constant voice in your head. Not the loop of worries or the noise of overthinking. Not the inner critic. Not the anxious planner. Not the storyteller that replays what happened. Or what might happen. You are not the voice. You are the one who hears it. But for most of us, we don't know that. Not at first. We believe the voice. We let it run the show. And slowly, we become trapped inside a mind that never stops talking, never stops doubting, never stops needing more. The thoughts become our identity. The overthinking becomes our personality. And the inner noise becomes so loud. We forget what silence feels like. We confuse the narrator for the soul. But today, that begins to shift. Because once you see the mind for what it is, a tool, not a master, you begin to wake up. You begin to remember, you are the sky, not the storm. You are the watcher, not the thought. You are awareness itself. And that is liberation. So let's begin. Take a breath. And begin to watch. Just watch your thoughts rise. And fall. Without judgment. Without attachment. Just notice. This is the first step, awareness. Because awareness changes everything. When you become the observer, the spell begins to break. You realize. Not all thoughts are true. Not all thoughts are helpful. Not all thoughts deserve your energy. The mind generates thousands of them every day. It replays, predicts, worries, judges, analyzes, fantasizes, defends. It does what it was wired to do, keep you safe. But safety is not the same as peace. And control is not the same as clarity. You don't need to believe every thought. You don't need to argue with every thought. You don't need to chase every idea that arises in your mind. In fact, the more you chase them, the more they control you. But when you watch them, they begin to lose their grip. Thought, I'm not good enough. Pause. Notice. Breathe. Is it true? Or is it just a cloud passing through? Thought, they don't like me. Pause. Notice. Breathe. Is it fact? Or is it a projection? A pattern? An old wound replaying itself again? You are not your wounds. You are not your triggers. You are not your anxiety. You are not your past. You are the witness behind them all. And the witness is still. Silent. Unshakable. The witness holds space for the storm. Without becoming the storm. This is not about fighting your thoughts. This is not about stopping the mind. It's about softening your identification with it. Imagine sitting by a river. Thoughts are the water. Sometimes calm. Sometimes turbulent. Sometimes muddy. Sometimes clear. But you are not the river. You are sitting on the bank. Watching. Present. Rooted. That's what happens when you begin to observe. You shift out of identification and into awareness. And with awareness comes space. And with space comes choice. You begin to choose which thoughts you water. Which ones you feed. Which ones you let go. You start to notice. Which thoughts feel like home, and which feel like fear. You begin to respond, rather than react. You begin to listen, to something deeper than the mind. Because underneath the thoughts, beneath the noise, beyond the mental commentary, there is a deeper knowing. A quieter voice. A softer truth. The voice of the soul. And the soul doesn't shout. It doesn't panic. It doesn't argue. It whispers. It waits. Patiently. Lovingly. For you to return. And you can only hear that whisper when the noise begins to fade. So how do we loosen the grip of thought? It begins with noticing. Start small. Notice when you're caught in a loop. Notice when the voice is harsh, repetitive, fearful. Pause. Breathe. Step back. Label it, that's a thought. Not, that's me. Create space. If a thought is heavy, don't carry it. If a thought is cruel, don't believe it. If a thought repeats, sit with it, don't feed it. The goal isn't to silence the mind completely. That's not realistic. The mind is meant to think. It's a tool, an incredible one. But it's not meant to rule your life. It's not meant to narrate every moment of your being. You are more than your thinking. You are more than your patterns. You are more than your beliefs. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. When that becomes your truth, freedom begins. Because now you don't have to obey every thought. You don't have to fight them either. You just have to watch. Observe. Breathe. Let it come. Let it go. Thoughts rise. Thoughts fall. And you remain. Still. Silent. Present. And in that presence, peace is born. You begin to remember who you were before the world told you what to think. You return to a simpler state, not mindless, but mindful. Not reactive, but receptive. Not controlled, but conscious. This is not a practice you do once. This is a path. A process. A return, again and again, to the truth beneath the noise. And the truth is, you are not broken. You are not behind. You are not the voice that says you're not enough. You are whole. You are light. You are presence. You are the witness. The watcher. The awareness. You are the one who sees. And the one who is free. So next time a thought tells you a story, pause. Ask gently, is this mine to carry? Is this helping me grow? Is this thought even true? And then, let it pass. Like a cloud. Like a breeze. Like a wave on the ocean of your being. Because you are not your thoughts. You are the sky they move through. And the sky never forgets how vast it truly is.